Today's review is rolling the clock back to childhood. A lesser known remake from Canon Films and Tobe Hooper. Yeah, that Tobe Hooper. A unique 80s remake that plays homage to the original with a 50s tone and analog feel you just don't see anymore. Our story starts fast as our hero David and his family are just having a normal, peaceful, pleasant night stargazing.
You do, you're dead. 50 days is in your head.
All right, and now it's time to go to bed.
How do you expect me to become an astronaut if you won't let me stay up late?
Did you finish all your homework?
Did you finish yours?
Required reading?
When David witnesses a UFO in the middle of the night, no one believes him as he starts questioning what's happening. The next day, something just doesn't seem right at home, but as usual, no one believes the kid. The childhood paranoia plays out as a metaphor for that age where kids are growing up and start questioning adults.
Why don't we all go on a picnic up at the hill?
Is this a joke?
We'll have a wonderful time.
I'll pack us a lunch. Hamburgers. You like that, don't you?
I would say Invaders from Mars could be easily used as like a starter kit horror movie for younger viewers. Tension builds as more and more people start acting suspect, and David is forced on the run to escape and expose the truth. There's some good direction here. Pacing, use of lighting, and the score all create an earnest, eerie atmosphere. There's some quality visual effects here due to the late Stan Winston, though at times you can tell Canon Films couldn't really afford it.
Hold your fire! No, get out! Damn it! We can't just blow away an opportunity like this. These creatures.
It's quite charming how the film feels like it's from the 50s, but made in the 80s. I've said it before, they just don't make them like this anymore. I admire Invaders from Mars for the way that it represents a time where Hollywood just had more middle ground. Invaders from Mars is a film you can watch with your family and not feel trapped in the corporate redundancy of some Disney or Pixar film. That said, we gotta transition into some of that. On the real, there's not that many negatives for me. Like I said, some of the visual effects, though well done, appear dated or inexpensive. The story is mostly predictable for an outer space invader style movie. This can also lessen some of the suspense, but the movie is a family-friendly horror movie. It's not terrifying by design, but Tobe Hooper clearly knew what he was doing. Invaders from Mars does a great job of capturing that scary childhood sense of not being heard or understood.
I found him!
Sure, keep it down, they'll see us.
I was down there, I found him in the couch.
Calm down, David, we're in big trouble.
I saw them, they're bigger than anything I've ever seen in my life.
My God, they probably think I kidnapped you.
No! They tried to catch me! They chased me through their tunnels! They almost killed me!
What? Who?
These things!
I don't understand a single word you're saying.
Come on, I'll show you.
David, you're not just a crazy child, are you?
If you as an adult are a fan of the horror genre and have like maybe a 9-year-old to middle school age kid, it's a great starter horror in the same lane as say Gremlins, maybe Watcher in the Woods, and even Something Wicked This Way Comes. And surprisingly, all the way up to the final shot of this movie, it doesn't have some happy walk-off into the sunset ending either. My final verdict, I've loved this movie since I was like 12, way back when dinosaurs roamed the earth. My kids loved it as well when I introduced them to it. They weren't too scared, but it kept them in suspense. That's because it's not scary, but it keeps you wanting to know what's going on, though for an adult viewer, it can get a little predictable at times. There's a great climax as the film gets a little more serious while also getting a little more fantastical. And I truly respect Tobe Hooper for not providing a typical wrapped with a bow ending expected from this type of film. The final scene is reminiscent of like an old EC comic. I mean, he goes for it all the way to the final shot of this movie, cementing it as a family-friendly horror film. Invaders from Mars is a fun, creepy starter horror with a unique style paying homage to the 50s horror of old. A forgotten and hidden gem amongst all of Cannon Films' catalog. And that's it. That is my review for Cannon Films' Invaders from Mars. Thank you so much for watching. The channel is Phil For Real, the show is Bootleg Theater, and I will see you next time with either another hidden gem or So Bad It's Good movie.